Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anna's Internet Cafe, a show where we hang out, have fun, and dive into all things internet culture. I'm your host, Anna Diaz, and today I'm joined by Sarah Podzorski.
Hello.
Yay. Welcome,
Denizen
Sarah.
of the internet.
Yeah.
Liver of under a rock of internet culture.
Yeah. Well, not really. You send me really fun things. Like, we need to do an episode on, what are those robots called again?
Oh, Ibos.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk
about the robot dogs
that
cost $3,000 and people dedicate their lives to them.
Yeah. I don't want a child, but I think I might want that.
Yeah.
Or that's not true. I don't really know what I want, but I definitely want that.
A $3,000 robot dog.
Yeah, $3,000 robot dog that becomes my entire life. So before we get started, I just wanted to give like a brief intro on this show. I'm sure a bunch of you are wondering, is this just refreshed? And the answer is maybe, probably not. It's going to be like a lot more chiller. Kind of reflected in the title. I think this can be a lot more conversational, more like kind of like us chatting with y'all, more like hangout vibes, less like formal topics, but we'll still learn some stuff along the way. And like I said earlier, we're kind of playing with the format a little bit. So it might be that like some of the shows are more visual than others. But the goal is to kind of like pull on our like new contributor pool and like the current co-hosts of MidMax. And then also, new guests to, hang out, have fun, learn new things. This is cream of the meme, basically. Wait, why did we not think of that? It's gonna be.
We did. I think we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
I think we didn't want to confuse the shows.
Yeah. We can't. Maybe we should just do a whole cream. We're just gonna start a Patreon for cream.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
Patreon.
This is the new competing outlet. Is cream of the steam, cream of the meme, cream of the. I don't know. Something else that rhymes with cream. But yeah, it's gonna be chiller than refreshed, is what I hope.
But it is part of the Cream cinematic universe, I would say.
Yeah, it is. And we'll definitely, I want, if Sarah wants to, I want to have Sarah on a lot. It's called Anna's Internet Cafe, which I have mixed feelings with having my name in that. But I couldn't just call it Internet Cafe, right, guys? We had a whole conversation about this on Sarah's Twitch stream. But it will have some of the same chaoticness as Cream of the Steam, I hope. So, without further ado, today we're talking about, drumroll, poggers, Sarah, we're talking... We're talking about Vocaloids. We're talking about the one and only Hatsune Miku.
I'm
yes!
ready.
Wait,
I'm ready.
Okay, so I was waiting for like a whole big debut. I was like, if we're lucky, we'll get to see Pac-Man Miku figurine on the stream today.
I also have my shirt on.
Oh my gosh, wait.
My Hatsune Miku shirt, crop top.
That's so cute. I want it. I almost bought like a knockoff. Well, it's not really knockoff because she's open source, so we can talk about this later. Knockoff Miku shirt at the Mall of America this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I got a different t-shirt that says I paused my game to be here.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's open source. Okay, so I'm going to do like a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of background. We're going to do a little bit of learning, and then a lot of screaming, if that sounds good to y'all. And then
I think that should be like the underwriting of the show. A little bit of learning, a lot of screaming.
Yes, exactly. Sarah, before we get in, do you have anything that you want to highlight about Miku that you feel like folks should know about like this icon before we get started?
I don't know. I've been listening to Hatsune Miku since like 2008. The pipeline of like listening to J-pop straight to Hatsune Miku starts young. And so, yeah, I've just been listening to her since 2008, and I've never really fallen off. I am a Miku stan, so to speak. Like, Miku is my K-pop,
Yeah. So what introduced you to Miku?
Honestly, I was probably in middle school, and I was on YouTube, And there was a dark period in YouTube where a lot of the J-pop got taken off of YouTube due to copyright restrictions. So anything that was that laddered up to like Sony or any of the big music productions of Japan was removed. And then all that was left was Miku, because it's like produced, you know, she's produced by people and the copyright is like, was iffy back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I first fell into, you know, the Miku pit. And I haven't been able to get out since.
That's sick. Okay. We already have chat asking who is Miku, so we need to like backtrack a few seconds. But I think this is a nice segue into. So for those who aren't familiar, Hatsune Miku is actually a software. But the Hatsune Miku we know is kind of like a character. She's like a personification of what is of like a music software. So she's known as a Vocaloid. And so basically it's like a form of software that allows people to make music with this like digital voice. And so there's like a bunch of different characters, a bunch of different Vocaloid softwares. And she is probably like the most well-known one. Like she's sort of like the mascot. So Miku was developed by a software company called Krypton Future Media. It's a Japanese company based in the northern Japan. And fun fact, this company has licensed software for video game companies like Konami, Sega, Sony, Namco, Nintendo. So like, I think this is kind of what's fun about talking about Miku today is like she has sort of deep ties to video games culture, like even in the company that created her. So she is a software. She is a Vocaloid synthesis engine developed by Yamaha, which you might know for their instruments like pianos. She is the most recognized one. And she has this kind of like trademark. She has like turquoise blue hair with like two giant long haired pigtails. Yeah. So we can see hair right there. Literally. Thank you, Sarah. And so, Miku was released after, sorry, I'm like looking at my notes. I'm doing my notes on my computer from now on because I wrote them down. But, she was released by Krypton after they handled the release of two other Vocaloids, Mako and Kaido, who Kaido is really kind of has like, is also fun. And we can talk about later if we want. But, yeah.
And they're all different voices, right?
Yeah. So they kind of all have like their own sounds and people will. So what's fun about them is like you can use them to, you know, make them sing a song. But then also there's like models of them that people use to like make music videos and people will do music videos with like Miku and other Vocaloids. And it's like very cute and fun. So I guess like before we go on, fun fact about Miku is that, you know, she's not just like someone who appears in like fan-made music videos and people who use the software, but she's like a major music icon. So she was supposed to make her Coachella debut in 2020, but she didn't because it was canceled. Because of
pandemic. I had tickets to that.
Wait, you were going to go?
No, I didn't have tickets to her Coachella concert, but she was doing a concert in LA and I had like front row seats. And then it got canceled.
Wait, really I'm so sorry. That's so cool.
I've been to Miku concerts before.
What's it? Okay. So what's it like? Can you explain to everyone?
She's been touring for a while. I want to say pre-2016, but she's been touring at least since 2016. And what happens is they set up. Basically, you probably have seen that like ABBA concert by now that's all over the place. She was essentially doing that since like 2016, where she's basically a hologram. She looks three-dimensional. She's like really big and they have a bunch of, you know, she just dances and sings and then they have a live band that plays along with her. So, and then they have other Vocaloids show up. It's kind of nice because like she does outfit changes really quickly. She literally just blips in and out. They bring in other Vocaloids, and it's like all songs that people would know, which is the weird thing about Vocaloid music, right? Is because anybody can produce it. There's a bunch of different Vocaloid producers that are like famous in their own right. And then it's like, it's not just like one person producing music. It's like 20 different people who have made Miku music that then plays at the Miku concert.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
so
very
that's
cool.
What's really fun about her, and kind of like one way to understand her, like one argument you can make about her, is that she is like one of the most successful like marketing ploys ever. Because basically the software company was like, how do we make this Vocaloid, this music software, more popular? Her vocalization is synthetic. Yeah. So they were like, how do we make this software more popular? And it was originally aimed at like people in the music industry, like electronic producers, DJs, et cetera, et cetera. But they thought they could popularize it with like a face. So they created Miku, and we all met her, and we loved her. And like fans really took to her. So like a lot of what contributed to her success is like, instead of having like, you have like a pop icon, like, who's the most popular pop star right now? Let's like pick a random pop person. Why am I literally blanking right
I
now?
listen to Hatsune Miku, don't ask me.
Yeah. No, in my head, it's like, I don't know, Ed Sheeran. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring up Ed Sheeran on this stream. Dua Lipa. Yeah, Dua Lipa. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Very
That's a good
good
one.
Yeah. So let's say Dua Lipa is like one person. She can only put out so much music. With Hatsune Miku, you have these fans making like tons of music. And it's like dozens and dozens and dozens of tracks. So she just like is able to produce like a lot more. And so that was the wild thing, is they kind of, created her thinking it would be more like niche, more relegated to the industry. But then fans took it on. There's a ton of music. And she was like this runway success. And now Sarah has a figurine of her.
Yeah. And the games. I have all the games and t-shirts. Big Miku fan.
Yeah. Eremite E asked, do you believe real person icons are as manufactured as Miku? This is what I love, is like the philosophy of this. Sarah?
Oh. I guess, like,
nodding your head.
personally, I don't attribute a personality to Miku. She takes on the personality of, like, whatever song she's singing.
Yeah.
So, like, in some songs, she's just, like, a 16-year-old girl. In some songs, she has, like, different personas. So it's, like, it's a lot easier to work with Hatsune Miku because she's not a real person. So she's never gonna, like, have a Twitter breakdown, or like nothing bad will really ever happen to her. But I don't know, it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry. And then I only have to listen to the songs that I want to.
Yeah. And so that's the thing, is like a lot of popular Miku songs are kind of like these bubbly pop electronic tracks. But then you do have, literally music of all genres, because her voice can be used and made with anything. But it does get into this like interesting question of like, okay, like what are the ethics of Miku? Like on one hand, it feels more ethical. And actually, so editor-in-chief of Polygon, Chris Plant, made a video about this, essentially arguing that like Miku is like this interesting case study, because it's essentially more ethical, because like she won't have a meltdown, like she won't be put under the pressure that real life people are. But at the same time, there's this creepiness of like, as with celebrities, we kind of project our own ideas onto them. And with Miku, people can not just project their own ideas onto her, but like literally control her and make her do whatever she wants.
And like make her whatever they want her to say or do or whatever. But
yeah.
I think someone's married Miku.
Yeah, I was going to say.
In Japan. Yeah, someone like, apparently there's a company in Japan that you can pay a lot of money to, and you can marry an anime waifu. Like, they'll get a little hologram of her. It's a lot of money, but they did it with Miku.
Who would you marry?
I'm not going to out myself like that.
Okay,
absolutely
we're
not.
Not that feral yet.
I'm not ready.
Next episode. So that's Miku. That's like the quick top-down rundown of her.
And I guess like to step back, if you're wondering like how did they make her, they took a normal human, I don't remember her name, and I'm sure she's not getting the money that she probably should have gotten out of this deal, but they basically recorded her saying a bunch of sounds. And the reason Miku works so well is Japanese as a language has very limited sounds compared to other languages. Japanese, if you can read Japanese, you can speak Japanese. sound like English, where you're like, oh, but like in this situation, it sounds like this, you know, blah, 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 blah. So all of this Vocaloid software worked a lot better in Japanese than it does in English, just based on the language. So they recorded this girl saying a bunch of sounds, like a ton, and then it all gets uploaded into like a big auto tuner. How'd they decide how she look? I assume that would be the producers just were like, this is the most approachable we can make her.
Yeah.
Look, she's so approachable and cute.
Just like character design, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. And then, Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong, but does Hatsune Miku, her full name, does it like roughly translate to like sound of the future?
Yeah, it's like future sound or something.
Yeah. So
very deep.
Yeah.
Very deep there.
Yeah. Which honestly, she was like, I mean, she was way ahead of her time, because I sent you this meme earlier, but Reuters did a report today on like this virtual TikTok star who like wants to tour, like this virtual girly like wants to tour, and she's like quote unquote wants to tour. But like Miku's like been doing that work, right? Since for decades.
Yeah. I know, it's weird seeing like VTubers get really popular now. When I won't say Hatsune Miku was the first VTuber, because she was never like piloted by a human.
Yeah.
But it's weird seeing it pop up and be so prevalent lately.
Yeah. Well, and I think like I think it's safe to say that she was the template for like so many cultural trends, like including VTubers, right? Like even though she's not a VTuber, or even like you have like the Squid sisters from Splatoon who do concerts.
Oh yeah.
Like it's very much exactly like that. Like it feels like molded in her image.
Yeah, like the ABBA concert.
Yeah.
You know, Miku walked so the ABBA concert could run.
Miku walked so that all of modern culture could run.
Yeah, Miku walked so all of modern society could run.
Also, okay, wait, this was long past in the chat, but someone said our new Patreon goal should be like marry an anime character.
Go to Japan and marry an anime character.
Yeah,
one of us gets to be the maid of honor.
Yeah, you have to convince Ben on that one. I don't. And you also need to convince one of the hosts to do it too, because I don't think Sarah or I.
Is it legal? I don't think it can be legally binding, right?
I don't know. Maybe
would we be allowed?
Maybe this is the next episode. Is Anna and Sarah try to explore?
Can we legally get married in an anime character in Japan?
Yeah. Like, would it be recognized internationally? If they're Japanese, can we move there and get citizenship?
Ooh, do we get green cards?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then it's going to be a Discovery Plus show. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what this show is actually going to do is like spawn a bunch of new Plus show potential. So yeah, anyways, transitioning. So yeah, so Miku's influenced like a lot of culture and like a lot of video games culture, like video games, but outside also the music industry. So like, I don't know, for example, like she is sampled in a popular reggaeton song by a rapper named Residente and Bad Bunny, who's really big right now. She is like also you might know her like Miku theme, the one that everyone knows, like she kind of has like a titular theme, was created by they're not just video game composers, but the composers of the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack, Anamanaguchi. Yeah. Isn't that fun?
I know she opened for Lady Gaga, I think, too.
Did she?
Yeah, and she's also on an Ash Nico song.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ash Nico song is very good, which is like also an example. That song was super popular on TikTok of like how she's just like continues to.
A lot of Vocaloid sounds are popular on TikTok just because they sound a little more funky.
Yeah.
Like you can, no matter how good Vocaloid software gets, like you can still tell it's not a human.
Yeah.
But that's sort of like the spice of it.
Yeah. It's kind of like chiptune music is like it doesn't sound like real instruments, but you don't want the trumpets and chiptune to sound like trumpets. You want them to sound kind of blurry and like stylized. So we love her.
We love her.
Her like a lot of the tracks that she's on are just really, really fun to listen to. So we can make a little playlist for y'all after this. If
I have a Spotify playlist.
You're already, yeah.
I just have like a Miku playlist.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, like, does she have albums? And that's like the weird thing. Is she doesn't?
Yeah.
She has like her Magical Mirai tour, which has an album of all the songs that she sings. But because it's done by individual producers, she isn't like, I can't like give you a Hatsune Miku album. I could just be like, oh, I really like insert, producer of Hatsune Miku music.
Yeah. Yeah, because like each producer is going to use her in their kind of like own style. So that's the thing that you miss out with her, I guess, as like a musical artist, is like she's obviously isn't going to have like a very specific like genre, isn't chasing down like a specific sound in that sense.
It is just a bunch of singles.
Sarah, do you have a favorite Miku producer?
I do. My favorite producer was Wawaka, who did Rolling Girl, World's End Dance Hall, a bunch of other songs, but he passed away in, I think, 2018. And it was like very devastating. It was very devastating. My other one I really like is Pinocchio P. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then I feel like a bunch of others, but Michi M always has like the top music. Deco 27's good. I'm looking at my Spotify playlist, but I know. I'm very sad about Wawaka because his music, like, he was one of the biggest Miku producers at the beginning in the 2008s.
I would pull up my Spotify, but I can't because then your video will pause because I don't have a second monitor.
I'll just hold really still and people will think that I'm just holding still.
Hitmonchan asks, how are these producers actually contributing to Miku? Is it like an ongoing thing that they make music, or is it just like they do a couple of songs and then move on?
I guess how it works is it's kind of like if you get big enough, so like Michi M and Pinocchio P, I think they pay them to like produce so many Miku songs. Mm-hmm. And then otherwise, if you produce Miku music, I don't know how the licensing works. It's kind of like Photoshop. Yeah. Where I think you pay a licensing fee. And then if your song is good enough, if it gets popular enough, and if you end up, in the Miku tour, going on tour with Miku, I'm sure you get paid for that. They must get paid because they keep making Miku music. And I know Miku has led to a lot of covers. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know when this like popped up, but like the second most popular thing to Hatsune Miku is Hatsune Miku covers. Where just real people sing Hatsune Miku music. And that's like big producers will produce it for Miku and then someone else will sing it in a human voice. And those are also incredibly popular.
Yeah. I had just a wretched idea. I was like, what if when Janet's here, we just like make her do karaoke and we make everyone sing Hatsune Miku covers?
I don't know how we would probably have to do whatever's in the Just Dance ones.
Yeah. But... yeah, well, and okay, this is a rough transition, y'all. But I think like another thing that I personally love about Miku is kind of like the memeability of her because she's so flexible. And like one of like the sort of pieces of media that really popularized her is a cover of I need to like pull out my notes for this because it's so wild, of a 1928 Finnish folk song called Levon Polka, where she's swinging I'm like squinting at my notes, a Welsh onion around. So
that was a leak.
No, I don't know. I read Welsh onion, but I think that maybe is a leak too. I don't know the difference. And so she's commonly portrayed with a leek / Welsh onion. Yeah. And like that song that like she covered, that old Finnish song, has like gone on to be readapted multiple times. Like there's a version of it where like a lot of the notes are replaced with gunshot sounds, and it's like the cast of Pulila Madoka Magica like shooting the guns, and like there's also a cover of it, this random guy like singing it on the street, and people put a video of like a cat bopping its head over on top of it. That's also really popular. We can make a separate playlist of Levon Polka
remixes,
spin-offs. Yeah. But yeah, that's like really ancient internet lore. No, I saw like a joke that was like, it remixed Levon Polka to the entry song of the GameCube. And it's just, the layers were just like, I felt like, it was like the onion that Miku carries, just peeling them back. Internet history. Yeah, okay. So, a lot here. We're almost like at 8:32. I mean, it's 8:08. And if folks have questions, like, feel free to send them in chat. I feel like this has become more formal now, and I don't want it to be more formal. But one of my conversation questions was if you would go to a Miku concert, but you've been to one. Do you want to go to another?
Oh, absolutely.
I
like it because like I can see her, right? Because she's bigger than a performer when they hologram her. So it's like if you're short, you can see them. Yeah.
What was the vibe? Like, what kinds of people were there? Like,
it was honestly pretty. I know, like oh my god, I know that it's like normal people go to Hatsune Miku concerts. It's not just a bunch of weebs. However, they did have light sticks. And you could be in the pit with your light stick, and you would have to put the color of the Vocaloid on stage onto your light stick when they went on stage. So you'd have to change it from like blue to Miku. It's like green for Miku, blue for Kaito, red for Mako, yellow for Ren and Len. But it was a bop. It was fun.
I've always wanted to go. It's just we're in Minnesota now, so it's like slim pickings.
She doesn't. The closest she'd probably get is Chicago.
Yeah. Which I would travel to Chicago for a Miku concert. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can watch them like online. Obviously, it's different than being there in person, but for the longest time, that's all I had. I know they've streamed a few of them since the pandemic. Like, you could pay to watch them streamed, which feels even weirder that you're watching a hologram through a camera on your computer.
Yeah.
So it's like the quality isn't even that good.
Yeah. No, I definitely would want to go to like hear the live band and just like have the have the experience of being around folks, and like I would want a light stick. Like okay. I'm catching up on questions here. Has Miku ever guested on a podcast or done an interview? How would that even work?
Wasn't she on David Letterman?
Yeah, she was on David Letterman, but if I remember correctly, David Letterman was just like, Hatsune Miku, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And then, she did her thing.
I don't think she's ever done like a Q&A, because like, again, she's not a real person. So I don't think you could ever do a Q&A with her. I don't think that's ever happened, nor would I necessarily want to. I don't need her to be a real person. I just need to listen to her music.
Yeah. She, as MJ noted, she's in an anime now, and she's also in video games. Like, she has a rhythm game series, so she definitely, like, has a personality, I guess, that, like, different people create with her.
Yeah.
She has a speaking voice. It doesn't sound like how we speak.
No, you can tell it's not a real person.
Yeah. How would y'all feel if like we were actually Vocaloids and Ben was just typing this all in the entire time? Like with that. Sorry.
You have to type really fast.
Yeah.
Then that's like a step further than VTuber, right? Because it's like a VTuber, there's still a person behind it.
Yeah.
But if suddenly, like, it wasn't even... Usually it's, like, not even, like, a mirror of you. It's just some random person that you would never know.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I am kind of surprised they haven't made her into a VTuber, though. I get that would go against, like, the open software-ness of it. But, yeah, I guess this is another reason why I feel like her cultural impact is so lasting. Is, like, let's look at, like, the anime streaming service, Crunchyroll. They introduced their mascot. Oh, my gosh. I forgot her name. I'm not going to lie. I wrote about this week.
Crunchyroll. And, oh, God. Yeah. No, I forgot her name, too, but I know who you're talking about.
It's something Hime. Maybe it's just Crunchyroll Hime.
I think it's just Hime. Hime-chan.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll Hime.
And, like, she's a VTuber now. She's not a Vocaloid, but she's in music videos, and she is, like, a, you know, like, I guess anime mascots are, like, nothing new, but, again, I don't know. Feels very
Hatsune Miku is by the people, for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I feel like, I don't know, Sarah, do you think, like, the general audience, like, the general population is getting, like, more used to virtual performers? I feel like with VTubers and with, like, even bands like Gorillaz, people have kind of warmed up to the idea.
Yeah. And with, like, someone mentioned the League of Legends band.
Yes. Yeah. KDA.
Where it's, like, they're all actual singers, but they sing covers as the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird, I'm okay with it. It is a weird world that we're, like, entering on virtual idols, and it's like, how do you control that, right? Because somebody is still doing the work, which is the singing. So it's like, how is that weighed against the people who are doing, like, the branding and like the animation and all that stuff?
Well, and that's why I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is an overreach, but I do feel like it is a sort of, like, a video gamification of, like, other media, right? Where it does become, like, a much larger production process that, like, is very multidisciplinary in that sense. It's not just, like, a singular artist. But maybe it's always like that, you know, is another way of seeing that. No, she's not in Fortnite. I would literally sacrifice my firstborn child to get Miku into Fortnite.
The Miku avatar?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I would pay $40 for a Miku skin in Fortnite. Like, you're hearing Epic, take my money. I'm slamming my credit card down now.
Let's see. Miku's in. She's in Just Dance.
Yeah.
She has her entire, like, racing.
Yeah.
Miku.
And someone in chat mentioned that she's in a Persona game.
She is, like, canon that Miku exists in the Persona universe.
Yeah. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Yeah.
I know she's in a bunch of other stuff.
Do you think Miku and Joker would date?
No!
Sorry. Okay. Next question. Sorry. Joker is too cool for Miku.
I think Miku's too cool for Joker.
Yeah, do not send that slander into the Twitch chat. I will have the mods kick you out. Let's ship. Okay, yeah. Who do you ship Miku with? Who would you ship Miku with?
I don't know. No, nobody. Leave her alone.
Yeah. She is, like, very much like Cheerios in that sense. Like, she's like a blank slate.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I could ever ship her with someone. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
There. Yep.
Interesting.
They can be together.
I mean, she does do a lot of work with Sega.
They're from the same company, you know?
Yeah, send your Miku ships in the chat, please, and we'll rate them. Miku and Tupac hologram, absolutely not. One of those things is like an ethical minefield, the other is not. Yeah, well, you could ship her with a software.
Yeah, there's other Vocaloids.
Yeah.
But none that I know that, like, the theory is, like, there's Miku, and then Kaito was designed as, like, an older brother, or, like, a male version of Miku who was a little bit aged up.
Yeah.
So there's other there's, like, I looked at it, and there's, like, 69 Vocaloids.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And that doesn't count voice boxes that exist outside of the Vocaloid branding, which I like to call Kirkland Vocaloids. Because they're just like off-brand Vocaloids.
Who's your favorite Vocaloid outside of Miku?
Oh, outside of Miku, I really liked Teto, which was a Utaloid. She was like a fan-made voice box. And then I also like Gumi, I think is really good too.
Wait, who's that?
Gumi's another
Utaloid.
Gumi,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think she's
her
a
voice
Vocaloid
is really
now.
nice. Her voice is really nice. Yeah.
She has a good voice.
Yeah.
But there's so many new ones. Like the technology's gotten crazy good.
Yeah.
And I haven't really listened to any. Like there's like a Hello Kitty Vocaloid that exists, and it's like there's so many Vocaloids, but only a few of them actually get any use out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Folks earlier brought up like virtual assistants. And like, yeah, I feel like Miku could be like a virtual assistant or like the auto read, right? Like when you're on TikTok and they have like the text to voice software, like she could be used for that. And she's like very much kind of remnant. Like imagine if like Siri had like a cute little persona that you could buy like $1,000 figurines.
Yeah. And then she had her own racing team.
A racing team,
how come,
yeah.
like,
and was launched
in,
into
like,
space
commercials?
Twice.
Imagine if they like licensed out Siri for commercials. I think they could make, I mean, they don't need more money, but I feel like they could make a lot of money.
Yeah. But they definitely could. I mean, I think that's what's so smart about Miku is that, like, what I am curious about is like she has spawned all this merch now and makes all this money in like all these different ways. And I wonder like how much that part of me, I genuinely feel like people spend more money on Miku figurines than on like Miku software.
Oh, absolutely. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably make more money off, merchandising Miku than like actually licensing the product that is Miku. Because it's like incredibly hard to use Vocaloid software. The learning curve is so crazy steep. But it's like I can support by buying a figurine. I can show my love. Yeah, Miku Mania is sweeping the nation.
Mm-hmm. Is there a word for Miku fans? I don't think so. It's
hard because it's like there's so much music. It's hard to like you can be a Miku fan, but it's like I might not like the producer you like.
Yeah.
So we're not like I'm sure maybe more hardcore Miku fans have them, but I don't know. I've never been one. I'm a big Miku fan, but I'm not like in the fandom. Although I would buy more Miku figures.
Yeah. Are you saving up or eyeing any specific figurines? Every time I see a cute Miku figurine, I send it to Sarah.
Yeah, I know. They released a new one. A Good Smile released like a lot of their new figures, and I feel like 80% of their job is just like to make Miku figures.
Yeah.
Like she has like a 15th anniversary figure that came out that looks really nice.
Yeah. If we want, Ben's gonna be like, you're gonna like ask this for podcast ability. I was like, we can just browse Miku figurines right now. Chat, what do you think the most expensive Hatsune Miku figurine is? We're gonna like take guesses, and I'm gonna look this up as we speak.
I'm gonna say, I want to say like $500.
No, I bet there's a resin statue
more?
That's like 1,200 for consumers. Yeah.
Oh God.
And let's say most expensive Miku figurine that's like for consumers. I don't know, because I was looking at like special Final Fantasy like figurines, and like this Tifa that I was looking at was like easily
but they're shameless.
Yeah, but
they're shameless
Miku.
when it comes to making their fans pay.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go 500.
You're gonna
just
go
from
500?
What I
know. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I think it depends where we're looking. Is it Good Smile or
no? Not on Good Smile, but like a resin statue or like something that's more elaborate, right? Not like life sized, but Someone's okay. Anyways, no, just like resin statues get like really expensive. So I'm just looking at chat right now. No, because the Square Enix figurines aren't very good, and so I was just like looking online at like I'm like trying to like cover my ass now. Okay, so I'm gonna just like do a stupid Google of most expensive. I'm gonna say $1,200 for Miku.
Holy shit! Think in the future, people like when I'm old and all I have is my like glass container full of Miku figures. Like the youth is gonna come in and they're gonna look at my Miku figures like I would look at my grandma's like precious moments or like crystal turtles, or something. And absolutely. I'm like, no, these are my Mikus. I will bequeath them to you in the will. You get Bandai Namco Pac-Man Miku. Like,
no, I was really thinking about this because like my parents were like, they're not anymore, but I was growing up, they're kind of like very like Disney adulty. Like I grew up around tons of Disney figurines, statues, I feel like that makes it easier, merchandise. And so like as an adult, I look at them like, oh, that's like kind of cringe. But then like I have like, I don't know. What do I have? It's actually not so bad right now. I don't have many figurines.
You're looking around like, it's actually not that bad.
No, it's actually not. Like I think I have like 3 Nendoroids and I don't know, some acrylic standees. Like I don't have a ton of figurines because they're expensive, but
yeah, they are. They're crazy expensive.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna search most expensive Miku. Now's your chance to put in what you think the most expensive one is, and I will give you absolutely no prize.
And you said for the general populace.
Yeah,
so none
for
of this
consumers.
Like, hey, there's a Hatsune Miku My Little Pony.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I guess it depends too. Like, I know that stuff once they sell out can like become more expensive, so that's kind of.
Here's one for $587. Yeah, that's the Crunchyroll one. Oh no, I looked at it and now I want it.
Still do it.
No,
Patreon tier, Anna and Sarah get the most expensive Miku
dolls,
and we do. Have you seen
the Dolphy dolls?
No.
Dolphys, I wonder if that would be more expensive.
Okay. How expensive? Let's see. Let's look at a nice one. It's a nice, good smile statue. The Deep Sue Miku that I sent you.
This Dolphy doll is $682.
Okay, so this Deep Sea Miku is only $122.
If anything, we're learning how reasonably priced all these Miku
all these things are, and that Sarah and I should buy them.
Could be
right
investing
now.
Are in.
How messed up would it be if I ordered a Miku figurine live on stream? Obviously,
I think it would go down in history.
Yeah. As we'd be as a child would say, we'd be losing money not to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone can bug Ben for us to like expense.
I'm gonna get this $600 Miku Dolphy doll, and then I'm gonna pay $100 to get outfits for her.
Yeah, that might be one of the more expensive ones. I thought that there were some more expensive ones, but because I've seen like One Piece statues that are like really elaborate and are like thousands of dollars. So I just figured there would be one for Miku. That's kind of what I based my guess on, but it's only slightly less expensive than a wedding ring.
People.
I would rather get a Miku statue than a wedding ring. Like we can record this now, Sarah. Wedding ring or Miku?
Miku statue?
Yeah.
Miku statue.
Yeah. Okay.
A Miku statue I can look at every day, and
yeah,
it's always wonderful.
Yeah. Glad we're like really normal people here tonight. Yeah. Yeah, the One Piece statues are expensive. I was basing it off of the One Piece and Final Fantasy statues.
See, I feel like Final Fantasy and One Piece, the expense comes from the branding behind it.
Yeah.
And while Miku is spread far and wide, I don't know if she's like Cloud, Strife, or like Tifa level.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like I thought she would be more expensive because like her sculpts are so elaborate because she has like this long hair that's like really hard to get right.
I guess, yeah, I feel like they don't price them too bad.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, like I want to look at it again. I thought about buying that one, but it's sold out and kind of like up priced now.
Yeah, well, I bought it. I bought it in like 2020, and then I didn't get it until like this year.
Yeah,
because I like pre-ordered it and then it was delayed.
Yeah. I waited.
But long live Miku.
Yeah, we can do another episode on like figurine collecting and buying like anime characters specifically. I feel like that would be fun. But yeah, One Piece did create their own Miku. Again, another example of like Miku influencing everything. All roads lead to Miku. Sarah, you like the One Piece Vocaloid a lot, right?
I
Not
do.
Vocaloid,
I literally
VTuber.
I was like getting into. I really liked the song, and now I was like, damn, should I watch for a moment of weakness? I was like, should I watch One Piece for this?
Yeah.
In my moment of Vocaloid weakness. But the song's a bop.
You should read One Piece.
No.
You should read One Piece.
No.
Just do it.
No.
Just do it.
No, I don't think I have 5 years of my life.
I did it in like 4 months.
That's terrifying.
And I worked
don't want
like a full-time job.
That's terrifying.
You could do it. How many hours have you put into Final Fantasy 14?
Like, not One Piece hours, maybe.
Probably.
Someone's saying there's a Miku wedding ring. It's on AliExpress. It's only $28.
What Patreon tier I buy the Miku wedding ring?
Buy the Miku wedding ring.
Use it to propose to.
There's got to be more.
Oh yeah, here we go. Japanese man spends over 13,000 pounds to marry Hatsune Miku.
I think that's mostly just for the wedding, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Japanese man marries hologram. And you can pay them to make a hologram of your anime waifu, and you can marry them.
Yeah, which is, we don't know how we feel about that.
No, we don't.
Wow, now the whole chat is clamoring, read One Piece, read One Piece.
It's too late for me.
It's fine. My personal policy is I don't recommend that anyone read One Piece. But if they're interested, it's an option that's available to them. It's always there.
Maybe if it had the Vocaloid in it for the entire series, I'd be into it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, she's not even in the manga, so I want to do another episode on manga later, though. Maybe on One Piece, maybe on other stuff. We'll see.
Apparently there are Vocaloid. They have manga for the Vocaloids, too. Like, she's everywhere. Like, she was on a Domino's commercial. She was in a commercial with Scarlett Johansson about shampoo. Like, Miku called Scarlett. Have you seen that?
No.
Miku
calls Scarlett Johansson?
Miku calls Scarlett Johansson.
You?
And she picks it up and she's like, hey, Miku. And Miku's like, hi, Scarlett. In her, like, really, robot-y English voice. It's a banger of a commercial.
But do you think Scarlett Johansson really appreciated that?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Maybe next New Show Plus is we buy the Miku software and use it to give you a call.
And I think there was like a Domino QR code that when you order Domino pizza and then you scanned it with your phone in some kind of AR thing, she would dance on your pizza.
That's sick.
She would come out and she would dance on your Domino's pizza for you.
Isn't that a little slippery though because of the oil?
She's an incredible dancer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Someone just got here and I just want to apologize to anyone just showing up. Because the conversation's taken a horrible turn. What's new? Is there any other Miku stuff that we haven't covered?
She's a big part of the Sapporo Snow Festival every year. She gets a new figure and doll every year for the Sapporo Snow Festival. She's like a ambassador of it. I don't know. She's not an ambassador to Japan. I think Hello Kitty. Is she? Or it's only Hello Kitty? Let's see.
No, I don't. I feel like Miku, Hello Kitty, and Pikachu are like caught in like a deadlock fight to be like the cultural icons of Japan.
Mm-hmm, of Japan. Mario's just there.
Yeah, sorry, Mario. Oh, that makes sense because the Krypton, the company that made her, is based there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cute. So people who have been here the whole time are more confused. Wait, it's not actually supposed to be confusing, though. Are there any other questions?
Any questions from the class?
Yeah. Miku is in session.
Mm-hmm.
We could watch a video if we want.
I think that would maybe clarify some things.
Yeah. Okay. I have a separate, let's see here.
Where was my face gonna go?
Well, what we're gonna do is I have another scene here. So let's see if it works. It does not. Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Why are there so many ads?
I don't know. Because Miku's popular.
Chat says skip ad. Can you drag my camera below it?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
She only has one monitor, you guys.
I only have one monitor.
It's really hard to manage a stream with one monitor.
I only have one monitor. Okay. I'm so sorry to do this all. I think all that's important, though, is that we're having fun.
I like how Shazira's like, there's a certain type of charm to this. I don't think it'll bother Ben. I've had Ben DM me to let me know that there was a pixel of Anna's camera hanging over the edge during Cream of the Steam to let me know that she was out of frame by 1 pixel.
That's unfortunate. Okay. I'm just fixing our
Ben is literally shaking. Yeah, he's absolutely quaking. He's rolling in his grave right now. That's okay. We don't care.
Like, I can't believe I'm paying her. Okay. Wait, this looks fine, right? How's sound, everyone?
I can't tell you, but I know what it sounds like.
Oh, frick.
No, I don't need to hear it. I've heard many. No, I don't need to hear it.
I'm just centering him really quick.
I'm hearing it in my soul right now.
Okay. All right. Cool. We're doing this.
This was like the first Hatsune Miku song I heard.
Yeah.
Back in 2008.
Okay. Let me know how sound is for this.
And this is from the game, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm locking all of this.
The rhythm game.
How's sound on the audio?
Loud. This should be louder. Louder, Anna.
Sorry, I'm just doing a little quieter.
Louder. I want to be drowned out by.
Why am I crying? Sorry.
I want the power of you to still my body and kill me.
I'm sorry. Oh no! Stop! No. Okay, how is this volume?
I only do her.
Wait, why is she weird? Oh, there. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The subtitles are cut off because this is the first time I've done this.
One singer, and then they've just made improvements on. So this is like a 2008 song, so I wouldn't consider this like a modern Miku song. This is old school.
But classic. Okay, I'm gonna turn down a little bit.
Yeah, this is classic.
This is probably one of her most popular ones, right? Like,
I think based off of this is like where she got her start.
yeah. I'm still cringing over that whole arrangement scenario.
No, it happens.
But now it's to the best of us. Now it's all set up and we can do it perfectly next time. Ben told us to have fun, so
Yes, we are having fun.
this is
We are watching Miku, we are having fun.
This is technically fun, Ben. And it's cream of the meme.
I think Ben keeps asking about titles, and I think our title should be All Roads Lead to Miku.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you for doing my job for me. We can skip and do another one. Do you have one?
I linked you the concert, the in-person concert.
Oh, perfect.
It's in Discord.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, all of the songs are the average song length. Yeah, Miku is inevitable. Does Miku do commercials endorsements? She's done commercials for Domino's. She's done commercials for, I think the Scarlett Johansson one's like a shampoo. She's a sponsor for the Sapporo Snow Festival. She's got like a racing sponsorship.
Where is it? My chat disappeared. Oof. Okay. Is everything working? Sorry, I'm like...
Is Miku's band consistent? I don't think so. Oh my god, look. She's literally God. Look at that.
She's descending from the heavens. Fortnite concerts wish that they could be like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they are like this. Again, everything. Miku. Virtual concerts. Miku. I think maybe...
What is the largest audience Miku's drawn? I mean, like, we're talking, like, the Tokyo Dome. Like, generally, like, as big as a normal concert. As big as a big concert would be.
Yeah.
But I think it's, like, because of the way the screen is posted, you can't be behind it or next to it. You have to be in front of it. You can probably just click through this.
Yeah.
It's quite the opener. This is the 2021 concert, by the way.
Miku speech. Kaido speech.
Miku speech? Speech. Miku's voice is a human voice that's synthesized. So it's like they took a human voice and they threw it into a, like, auto-tune.
Yeah, so as you can see, she obviously doesn't sound like a normal person talking. Kind of has like this prickly, I guess, sound of this. Mm-hmm. Why haven't we done a crossfade podcast on Miku yet, guys?
Because we got to do it here first.
Yeah.
Or else we have a lot of people going, "What's Miku?"
Yeah.
And now we have something. Now we have something to link them to.
Okay, here's another Vocaloid. This is Len. He's really popular for Butterfly on my left.
God, that's such a bop.
It's so good. I think that's my favorite Vocaloid song. Let's see if it's on here.
I don't think they usually sing that. That's a really old song.
Oh, sorry, I just scrolled out.
No, nobody actually spoke these words ever. If you look at Hatsune Miku voice software, it literally just looks like music software, and you can type the like sounds in and then link them together to make words. Like at no point is anything spoken. This is all software.
Yeah. Sarah, could you link me the live performance of Butterfly on my left shoulder? Because I feel like
I don't think that was ever performed.
No, it was. One time by both of them, by both
Len and
Rin. Yeah.
I found it. It's actually really depressing.
It's a sad song, but we don't need to know about it.
You probably would like Snowman too. I linked it to you.
Okay. Also, yeah, let us know if this is too chaotic. I feel like this is just completely off the rails at this point. We'll rein it in soon. But it is nice to be able to like see everything. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Have we heard every official Miku song? I've heard most of them, but that would be simply too many. That's too much music for one person.
Yeah. So I love this choreography.
Look at him breaking it down. Yeah, oh, we do need both to go monkey.
This is like my I'm driving and want to feel like happy song. Even though it's like not a happy song, but it sounds happy.
This is what I listened to in middle school.
So cute. Yeah, so you can see like the crowd is big. It's like, like I think, you know, who wouldn't have fun? Smacking my ear up.
Can we listen to Hibikase? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I linked it to you.
Sweet.
It should be at the right time.
Okay.
Do they wear celebrity designer outfits?
Oh, good question.
Probably. I haven't seen one though.
Gosh,
Why does the pianist look so real?
I need second monitor. I need second monitor.
Yeah, Anna needs second monitor.
I need second monitor. I need it. I need it. Okay. And I accidentally covered you again. Really well with this. The buffering is really good. Honestly, no, it's like I can buy a second monitor, but I have a tension problem, so I can't like have two screens in front of me. Yeah, we can do the Aramanaguchi song. It's also like her titular song, and there's a great live performance of it. No, I can buy a second monitor, you guys. Like,
I just want to go to a concert where I can actually see the person on the stage.
Yeah. Everyone's making fun of me for using one monitor. I just use one nice monitor, guys.
No, a lot of Miku songs are really good, you guys.
Yeah, no, they're really good.
Genuinely, they're very good.
We wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't fun and good. Like
I wouldn't have a shirt if it wasn't good.
Like, I would say just kind of like play around, listen to what's there. There's some great playlists like YouTube and Spotify, and like see what you like. Like, so many of them are certified bops. I think one of the most embarrassing things in my life was like, I was like pulled up to the fast food restaurant, and like the next song on my playlist was like World Is Mine,
Yeah.
And it's just like her voice just blaring through the speakers and the person's just like looking at me.
Yeah. No, that's like my music all the time. That's all of my music.
Sorry. Miku. Whoops. Well, that did not work. Okay. Sarah, can you link me the live performance of her like the Miku song?
Oh, the Anamanaguchi one?
Yeah. And then maybe we'll wrap up with that one. But we can leave y'all with a fun playlist so you can listen at
Is
your
it from
own leisure.
2016 probably?
Probably, yeah. There's a
You
live
want the
performance,
live performance?
of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's
It's
more
like
interesting.
on a cell phone camera. Is that okay?
I think there's one that's better than that. Otherwise, just link the music
I found
video.
it. Wait, no.
Just link the music
It's a
video.
cell phone camera. I'm like, it's a cell phone camera. Okay, there's a music video.
Perfect. Thank you. See, teamwork makes the dream work.
Because I have 2 monitors. I think a lot of people use Hatsune Miku in their music now.
Yeah.
Lucid.
Nope. Yeah. Next Patreon goal. It's YouTube Premium.
Did Miku walk so VTubers could run? I think Kizuna Ai walked so VTubers could run. I think Miku is omniscient. She is her own thing, and I don't think anything's come close to dethroning her.
Miku, you can call me Miku. Blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your eyes. Wide open secrets, anyone can find me. Your music coming from my mind.
Yeah, no, the song is so good. It's really cute.
Bouncing off the beat because I can't hear it and I'm listening to my own version of this.
Sorry, Sarah.
Can Sarah not name all the characters? I think it's Miku and then Anamanaguchi.
Yeah.
Is who's on the monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Miku and Miku.
They're actually all Miku.
Miku, Ryu.
Yeah. It took a long time before Miku could speak English. Though.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
And some vocalists are kind of like known for being more English flexible than others. Yeah, so I'm just gonna fade this Miku out so that we can
No.
Sorry. It's so cute, but I just don't want to sit here for like 3 minutes, you know?
I would though.
I would too. Okay, we're back to like our normal.
My head's really big.
Yeah, I fixed
That's okay
it
though.
though.
That's okay.
I fixed it. That's so fade. Yeah, okay, well I misclicked. Okay, yeah, so that's Hatsune Miku. I'll drop a playlist in the right Discord after this. I'll ask Ben where the best place would be to drop one. And we'll make one and I'll leave one for y'all so you can like
Yeah, I
listen
think
to
there's
our
like you can
favorites.
just drop like one of her concerts, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a mic drop. I'm sorry. I would stay here listening to Miku all night with y'all if I could, but I Out of respect to Sarah's time and everyone else here. Out of respect to
I'm just
Hatsune's
gonna go
Miku's
listen
time.
to Miku after this.
No,
Yeah.
I'm definitely also going to go.
Can you play
out the? Okay.
Wait, can you play the Scarlett Johansson commercial?
Yeah,
with
that's
Hatsune
fine.
Miku?
Yeah. That's fine.
One
that's
last
fine.
one, please.
No, and we also need to do the 11 polka now. People are asking for it. Okay.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just, I'm like, yeah, let's close out the show. Actually, no, we're doing.
Here, hold on. We're
No,
not done
I'm
yet.
not. I'm gonna preload the.
I linked you the Scarlett Johansson
Okay, cool,
commercial.
cool.
Oh shit! Not that one.
I won't click this.
Don't click that one.
I won't.
That's
I will
edit.
not. I will not. Haven't clicked
I
anything.
think I watched it.
Haven't clicked anything yet. God, this is so annoying. I can't. Ugh. Okay.
Okay.
So. Oh no! Undo. Guys. Okay. I guess I do need a second monitor for this. I did this with one monitor before, but then when you're watching stuff, you really need the second one. Okay. Here we go. Scarlett Johansson and Miku.
Furiously Googling.
Paste and go.
Oh yeah, you need to download a Miku app for Miku to dance on your Domino's pizza.
Why is this like that? Why is this like that?
I think you can.
It's like getting chaotic again. Okay.
We were just there.
I know, but I don't know what happened. I literally don't know what happened. I have absolutely no clue what happened. Why did it do this? Nothing's changed. Okay, fixing it again. I don't know how streamers do this. They just like hang out with everyone and just...
You ask everyone if they've been converted to Hatsune Miku fans.
Yeah. Has everyone been converted now to the Church of Hatsune Miku? And now Sarah's video is messed up again.
I think you can just click on me.
Okay.
Damn, I can't find the Domino's commercial
Why is
anymore.
this so...
Look at how beautiful that hair is.
She's stunning.
An icon.
How did it get messed up again? It's fine. Sorry,
The mother, the
guys.
father, and the holy Vocaloid Hatsune Miku.
It's fine. Okay. I'm putting you under Miku.
I'm gonna convert everyone to Hatsune Miku like I converted everyone and bullied them into playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh no. This is...
Now where am I going?
I don't know.
That's okay. We can just watch Hatsune Miku.
Okay, we're just gonna... Okay. Good enough. You're to the right, and Ben's...
I think after all of this, I'm gonna spend $500 on a Hatsune Miku figure.
After all my fidgeting with the... Okay, here we go.
So this is a commercial for shampoo. Which doesn't make sense because Hatsune Miku doesn't have real hair.
Yeah.
So how can she be in a commercial for a shampoo? There's Scarlett Johansson on the big screen. Okay, look how great her hair looks. I wish my hair looked like that.
It's so shiny.
It's so shiny.
It's unreal.
I mean, I'm gonna use that shampoo. I wish my hair looked like that.
I'm buying that shampoo right now.
Hi, Miku. This is Scarlett. Being true to who you are makes all your dreams possible.
So true, bestie.
So true, bestie.
The chat is freaking out right now.
No, I really needed you guys to see this.
Hey, I'm Joey,
Oh, no.
and I'm one of the
I don't know who Joey is. Okay. Can you link me the Levin Polka then?
Okay. I think this one's...
No,
oh, shit.
Joey.
This one is in Just Dance. She has like 2 or 3 songs in Just Dance.
Live in Polka?
And this is one of them. Yeah, I think so. Oh God, where's like? I don't think there is.
There's the meme one. Send the meme one.
But there's like a million meme ones.
Well, send the one with like a bajillion, 10 million, bajillion views.
The 20 million one?
Yeah, that sounds good.
With the Miku Miku dance model? She's not really doing anything.
I don't know. There's one with the leak in it.
My YouTube only wants to give me good.
Ugh, why does this keep
Hatsune
doing
Miku.
this? Okay, we have to close this soon because this just is not working. Okay. I fixed it once again. I'm so sorry. I'm just apologizing to Ben right now. We'll make...
Because, you know, he's here.
He'd probably...
Is he here?
I don't know. But I think what we'll do is we'll make a preset layout that works really well for watching stuff online. Is it passes bedtime? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Entirely possible. Wait, did you link it?
No, this one doesn't have a leak in it. The one with 20 million views doesn't have a leak.
Well, watch it and see if it's just... We just need to show them... I can find the meme one.
I think you might need to find the meme one.
Okay. It's fine. We'll change to... the other one. Oh, why is this like this?
There's 10 hours of it. There's the Just Dance version.
Okay, so we'll...
There's a Nightcore version? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a Nightcore version of everything these days. Oh yeah, it's the 20 million views one. But that's okay. Okay. I guess there isn't a leak in this. Okay. All right. How's sound?
Sounds like Hatsune Miku.
He's gonna have nightmares of Hatsune Miku.
Can you exit? Thank you. I can't explain why the leak is like, it's just something that it was just a video of Hatsune Miku twirling a leaf and singing this song.
Yeah.
But she's not in this video.
I can
think it's
sing
gone.
it for you if you... Yeah, no, so this is Miku. It's like... Oh, there's the leak. There it is. It finally makes an appearance. Now now you can all go to your friends and be like, I get the Miku leak references.
I don't understand exactly why, but like Hatsune Miku her thing is like a leak. Len's thing is a banana because his hair looks like a banana. God, look at that lovely hair from that shampoo.
I know. Because, she's friends with Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Hatsune Miku has probably done more celebrity appearances than most celebrities because she's not human.
Ben's gonna be upset because this is one pixel off at the moment, but that's okay. Yeah. Maybe that should be the actual name of the show, One Pixel Off, because like my layout's always bad, and we talk about weird things.
I think we should just have, for this show, we should just have like a fake desktop backdrop, and you can just drag us all over the place and move us where you need us. Yeah. That would really send it home.
Wait, we're not gonna get DMCA'd, right? I thought because it's Miku software.
No, you still can't because it's like copyrighted by Sony. I think it ladders up to.
Okay,
but
we're not. It's fine.
Make sure you download it. The video.
Okay. Congratulations, we made it through the stream without getting DMCA'd by Miku producers.
Why does my head keep getting so big? Oh, it's because if you change it in one window, it changes it in all windows.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't mind.
I got it. I fixed it. And now my YouTube's playing the next thing. Okay. Well, this has been a true journey, everyone.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed our Lord and Savior Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
This is my marvel, you guys.
It's so pretty.
I don't think anyone understands that.
No, I don't think people do understand. It's so pretty. I also love, what's the red ghost called? I don't know its name. But
red ghost?
The red Pac-Man ghost. I don't know. They're like Blinky.
It has a name?
Yeah,
Blinky?
They have names. Yeah.
Blinky?
Yeah.
I think one's Blinky.
Yeah. Next one, people are saying Clyde, but next Honest Internet Cafe, we talk about the Pac-Man ghost thoughts.
Oh God.
But like, I love the details, like how there's the red ghost on her purse as like an accessory, and then also on the side.
Oh yeah, and she has them on her jacket too, I guess.
Yeah. Is that a Good Smile figurine?
I don't think so. This is like a special Bandai Namco collab. I don't think Good Smile did this. Yeah. Pac-Man, Bandai Namco, Krypton. I don't think this is Good Smile.
She's stunning though. Well, she is beauty, she is grace, she is Hatsune Miku. Mm-hmm. I hope y'all have left this hangout session with a little knowledge, having a lot of fun. Please just like send as much feedback as possible. We want to do this for y'all. Like, let me know kind of like what you're vibing with, whether it's like the more structured learning stuff or just watching me fiddle with layouts for 5 minutes, or watching stuff together and talking about it. Just
and I don't want to hear anybody say that they don't know Hatsune Miku after this. I don't want to hear it. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. No Miku slander. No absence of knowledge about Miku. You can like bother
it's unacceptable.
The main cast about this now and be like, wait, are you listening to Miku? Oh, wait, you're not. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean you don't know who Hatsune Miku is?
So thank you so much again. If you don't already, be sure to give us a follow here on Twitch. Smash that like and subscribe button. You can go ahead and catch us on Twitter, Instagram. You know the drill. Sarah, do you have anything I don't know. You're on here so much. Do you have anything you want to
I know. I've already been on the MinMax channel today. So you know where to find me. You're probably tired of me at this point.
Yeah, you know where to find us. We're here. We're around. We're screaming about Miku. Thank y'all so much for this, and have a lovely evening. Bye.
Bye.
Videos like this are possible because MinMax is a completely independent outlet for games supported solely by the community. The only reason we don't have to create condescending clickbait is because folks like you click on the subscribe button or check out the benefits over on patreon.com/MinMax with 2 N's. We think that we're the most efficient gaming outlet out there, so please take a look at what we've done and imagine what more we can do with your support.